Stress Busters, spreading awareness about mental health.
And we have 10 positions.
Wait to get a job in the new year? We have insider advice for you. And we'll be taking you for a spin as Humber raises money for a great cause. A special holiday edition of Humber News starts now.
Hi, I'm Victoria Shiba, coming to you from our newsroom at Humber's North Campus. It's Wednesday, December 20th. Welcome to a very special edition of Humber News. Despite the festivities and cheery atmosphere, not everyone can feel jolly during the holiday season. This is especially true for students who are suffering from stress or anxiety, which is why Humber's Health and Wellness Fair was set up to tackle those problems. Here's reporter Rents Trinidad with the scoop.
The holiday music was blasting, the popcorn was popping, and the festive decorations were eye-catching as Humber's Learning Resource Center was decked out to promote mental health and wellness. Through the guidance of their professors, as well as support from Longo's Supermarket and Tim Hortons, Humber's third-year nursing students were spreading the word about the importance of mental health issues. Unlike traditional awareness fairs, this one used games as an interactive way to teach students. Student Yasmin New said the event was carefully planning out over the course of 3 months.
We did a survey questionnaire as far as what they think would be the best way for them to learn, whether that be pamphlets, brochures, trivias. That's why we have a lot of games. So 85% of the students actually said that they are interested in games and just having that communication and that participation. So that's why majority of the games are activities are trivia and games.
There were a total of 9 stations, with each of them using fun and creative methods to entertain and, most importantly, to educate students on different aspects of mental health. Cup stacking, beanbag tossing, and coin dropping were some of the many enjoyable activities available. One station in particular created quite the buzz. Using a shredder and a blank piece of paper, students were encouraged to let their problems go.
The Let Go of Your Problems station. So here you get to shred your problems away. So it's kind of bringing awareness to what your problem is, some of the biggest problems you're feeling, some of the things that are weighing you down, and you shred them away.
The event received more attention from the nursing students, especially after the recent strike that affected Humber College.
Because of the strike, this event became even more important, and that's why we made it into a bigger fair. It was actually going to be a little bit of a smaller thing, but because the strike happened and so many students are going through different levels of stress, anxiety, and now coming back and having everything thrown at them at the same time, so this has become even more important.
In addition to mental health and wellness, sexual health was also incorporated into the fair. Bright brochures advocating against sexual violence were set up to inform students of what is acceptable and what isn't. Proper use of context were some of the many themes that were touched upon during the event. To add some incentive, students who successfully partook in all the stations were awarded a loot bag filled with a variety of snacks, candy, and some fresh popcorn. Students who were drawn into the fair said they enjoyed the experience.
We love to participate in these events because they are fun and they don't cost you anything, just to play and invest your time in.
The event was such a comprehensive and friendly learning experience, you could even say it left Howie the Hawk speechless.
Howie, do you have anything?
No, not that I can think of.
I can feel my stress relieving already. With the holidays quickly approaching, Humber wants to remind students to pay special attention to their health. Humber also wants to remind students that they have services to help cope with some of their problems. I'm Rents Trinidad, and this is Humber News, wishing you a safe break and happy holidays.
The holidays can be a stressful time when students have to not only worry about exams but buying gifts as well, especially when students don't have a job to begin with. The 6th Degrees Toronto's Pearson Youth Cohort hosted an event that tackled youth employment at Humber's Lakeshore campus. Sarah Flores reports.
Something many students struggle with when entering today's job market is finding jobs. The 6th Degrees Toronto Pearson Youth Cohort hosted an event that discussed just that at Humber's Lakeshore campus. The room was packed with policymakers, employers, and youth during the first half of the event, the Coffee House Sessions. Attendees had deep conversations on how to build pathways for youth employment. Robin Connolly, Director of Community Relations for the Greater Toronto Airport Authority, shared her own experience on employment and advice for young people.
I was really afraid, and then I think I was also really afraid because it felt like any decision I was going to make was going to impact everything about my life. And so I would think that if anyone asked me for advice about their career, I would say, there are no game-changing decisions. Go with the flow and really seize those opportunities, and don't be scared. There isn't anything you can't undo. There isn't anything you can't course correct, and everything is going to be an opportunity that's going to make you and give you better experience and make you even more employable down the future.
The 6 Degrees Toronto Pearson Youth Cohort is a group of leaders aged 18 to 29 from the GTA who commit to building a more inclusive city. One member, Jai Singh, is eager to see how youth employment will be in the future.
And unemployment, and really ensure that as we move forward into the 2020s and 2030s, how exactly our country is going to grow as a result of the emerging millennial and Gen Z environment.
Today's event hits closer to home for Singh because of his struggles during his upbringing.
When she came to the country, she's from South Asia. My whole family's from that area. And when she came, she was roughly around my age. She was 23, 24. And I'm 21, so a little bit older, but not by that much. And she didn't really know what support structure was there for her.
The second half of the event had speakers in what was called a 360-degree session, giving their recommendations on youth employment. Audience members asked questions and voiced their concerns. Charlie Foran, CEO of the Institute for Canadian Citizenship, said he wants young people to acknowledge everything they've learned at the event and apply it.
To push the conversation out themselves, to take what they've heard, what they've agreed with, what they've disagreed with, and to, in a sense, become more engaged. And to take those conversations, take those ideas into their communities, into their groups, and to push this out and out.
Today's 6 Degrees event answered many questions young people ask themselves when going into the work field, like why is it so hard to find jobs, and what is society doing to help us find those jobs? Sarah Flores, Humber News.
The holiday season is all about giving back and delicious meals with your family. Humber students and faculty were able to raise money for charity while getting a workout at the same time. Chelsea Mendez has the details on Humber's 8th annual Spin-a-thon.
The holiday spirit was in the air as Humber students and faculty were breaking a sweat for charity. The 8th annual Spin-a-thon took place at North Campus's Athletic and Recreational Center. The event was created to raise money for York and Toronto's United Way charity. Health and promotion student Chelsea Riccitelli was a part of the marketing team for this event and says it's important to give back during the holiday season.
Well, especially United Way, it's such a known charity, and you know that they're going to give the money where it's needed. Especially now when it's getting colder, people need more shelters during the holidays too, young kids. Like, you want to make sure that they get what they deserve. They deserve to have a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, and that's what we're
The holiday spirit was in the air as Humber students and faculty were breaking a sweat for charity. The 8th annual Spin-a-thon took place at North Campus's Athletic and Recreational Center. The event was created to raise money for York and Toronto's United Way charity. Health and promotion student Chelsea Riccitelli was a part of the marketing team for this event and says it's important to give back during the holiday season.
Well, especially United Way, it's such a known charity, and you know that they're going to give the money where it's needed. Especially now when it's getting colder, people need more shelters during the holidays too, young kids. Like, you want to make sure that they get what they deserve. They deserve to have a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring some hope and some happiness to all these young people that on a daily basis don't really get that. So that's what we're trying to do.
Many teams from both North and Lakeshore campus came out to get their spin on. Team Scrabblers member Sean Carson is a 6-time completer of the annual Spin-a-thon and loves coming back each year.
It's fun. I like it. The Spin-a-thon, it's good exercise too, so I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. So exercise for the day and then also raise money for United Way and help support the cause.
From fun and festive costumes to decorative photo booths, there was lots of fun to be had by spinners and spectators. One of the main attractions was the sponsors table that had many prizes and takeaways from the event. From Noon Juice to Spider Tech, there was no shortage of support. Health and Promotion Professor Deborah Bash was proud of her students' ability to plan such a successful event despite the strike earlier this semester.
Every year, the Humber president, Chris Whitaker, makes an initiative that we will fundraise. Unfortunately, this year with the 5-week strike, that really did an impact on us for dollars. But our president is very cool because he says more importantly, it's great to get student engagement. So the money really becomes secondary, and to have the students come out and participate, and we actually have, I think, 4 teams this year of just students coming to participate.
Participants were definitely sweating it out today, getting ready for the holiday feast, while doing it for a great cause. Chelsea Mendes, Humber News.
We are going to take a quick break. Still ahead, our take on our favorite holiday movies. Plus, find out what is open and closed around the GTA. But first, Haley DeWitt-Williams has a preview of the weather coming our way for the holidays.
2017 might be coming to an end, but you still have a few weeks left to make sure that the year ends on a good note. Stay tuned because your long-range forecast is coming up.